Welcome to the Drew Deeks channel, everybody. And for this video, there's really only one way to start.
Le numéro 31, number 31, Carey Price.
And of course, before we head into further details of the video, let's just play one more clip. We missed this chant. My gosh, did we ever. Welcome back, CP31. Welcome back, Carey Price. I really wish we could have had a better result for him in his return, but my gosh, was it ever good to have him back. It really was. It really was. I'll get to a couple of reasons why Carey means so much to me personally and really just to Habs fans. We're not going to get into this is not the time to talk about his contract and what you feel about his future. Let's just enjoy the moment that he was able to return and do so in such a triumphant fashion. Of course, wishing he had the win. Didn't face a ton of shots, really. I mean, there wasn't a goal until the third period, but you got to hand it to the guy at the other side of the ice. I mean, what else can you say? Ilya Sorokin with a 44 save shutout. That was a beautiful performance from him. I mean, I don't know what it is about the Bell Center, but goalies just know how to come in and feed off that Bell Center energy, whether they're in the opponent's net or not. So all the power to Ilya Sorokin, he deserved. What he got tonight, 44 saves. Montreal really tried their best to outplay the Islanders, and frankly, I think they did. But the result just simply wasn't there. Got to give a shout out also to Mike Bossy as well. Remembering him and just the legacy that he left behind with the 4 Stanley Cups in a row with the New York Islanders in the 80s. So just a beautiful tribute the Habs, of course, did for Mike Bossy, and it was amazing learning that he was from Quebec too, which I thought was pretty cool. So Habs fans of old will, no offense to the older crowd, but they will remember Mike Bossy very fondly, one of the greater goal scorers of that era. And frankly, just really cool to learn about somebody like him and what he was, what he meant to Islanders fans and really to hockey fans everywhere. So that was a beautiful thing as well. All right, so back to a couple of fun things about this game. We see Nick Suzuki with the old Carey Price socks. These were awesome, weren't they? And then this was one of my favorite images from the night as well. Not all heroes wear capes. Mine wears 31. And then, of course, going right to Carey and his kids. His little guy there being a little thrown off by Carey's mask and equipment. It was his first NHL game and probably didn't recognize his dad in the equipment. But, man, this was a special night, and even in Carey's post-game press conference, he looked just happy, peaceful, just looked like his old self, as you can see here. That was one of the longest post-game press conference I think we ever seen from Carey Price. His answers weren't, quick and to the point. He was answering everybody in detail, just giving them as much as he could, even about his injury and about how and why the process took longer when he had his surgery in the offseason. So, in terms of the game itself, like I mentioned, not a ton to go through because unfortunately Carey was welcomed back with a 3-on-0 with Matt Barzal and Zach Parise finishing off that play. And 3-on-0, I don't remember the last time I've seen a 3-on-0 this season, if at all. So that wasn't really fun to see Carey have to go through that. But I mean, if you look at the angle from Carey's point of view, from the net out, it kind of just was a picture of this season, right? Just what it was like for the first half of this season with the struggles that they went through and just how nothing was going right. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. The whole Murphy's Law logic there. But again, even at the end of the game here, the guy's still giving Carey some love, even though it's 3-0 Islanders, treating it like a win, just to see him back. And yeah, I don't know what else I can say about that. But the game itself, yeah, I mean, offensively, Montreal was all over it. And the shots were, what were they, 44 to 22 or something like that. I don't have the numbers in front of me. But Carey Price's save percentage for the game was .900. He stopped 18 of 20 shots, I believe it was. Either way, it's a .900 save percentage for sure. I can tell you that. And he wasn't tested a ton, really, but he was happy with the performance of the team in front of him. And you got to give a shout out to Noah Dobson on that snipe too. I mean, I was excited to see, watching this play when Carey played the puck just to try to clear it around the glass like Carey Price usually does. But the Islanders were able to get a hold of it. Noah Dobson goes through the legs of the defender and posting it off Price. And that was the only 2 goals Carey let in. He only let in 2 goals in this game. not including the empty netter, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I really wish we could have got at least one goal for him. That would have that would have been nice. But as far as Carey Price is concerned, I mean, we know how much he means to this fan base, and I think for me, the biggest thing and the biggest reason why I'm such a Carey Price supporter or Carey Price fan is because not only is he an all-world talent, that's just a compliment to who he is, but I think it's what he stands for. I think it's how he carries himself, no pun intended. And that's why we love him the most because he's the definition of character in a hockey player, in an athlete. I think that's something you could quote almost is that Carey Price is the definition of character. Somebody that you want your kids to look up to and have as a role model and mimic their not just not just gameplay, but just lifestyle, maybe even in terms of how he carries himself as a professional and how he works so tirelessly hard. He worked tirelessly hard to get back, and he thanked the training staff in his post-game press conference for that. And of course, a classy move. The first thing he even says was mentioning Mike Bossy and just sending his condolences to Islanders fans and to Bossy's family. So just the way he handles business in all aspects. I think that's why we appreciate Carey so much. And hopefully we get to see him in a handful more games before the end of the season. I think we will. But the fact that he's back now, the fact that he was able just to get back out there and the reception he got from the fans, I mean, I just want to hear it one more time. But one more time before we end this video here. Let's get a little Carey chant go one more time. And there it is, folks. Well, Carey Price makes his return to the Montreal Canadiens. Like I said, he looks so happy. And one of my favorite quotes from him when asked about, when he was approaching the game and what was going through his mind and everything, he just said he had an overwhelming sense of focus. And that's just such a Carey Price thing to say. But it really showed because he was dialed in and he was maybe even he mentioned maybe his timing, his reads were off a little bit. But he did his best, and I think that it couldn't have been a better reception for him, especially after everything in the last couple of years where we haven't even been able to have fans. You could not have pictured a scenario where would have made his return without fans in the building. That just wouldn't have been right. So anyway, that being said, guys, not a ton of hockey content in this video, but we all know what he means to us. I'll even grab this picture I bought years ago. It's one of my favorite pictures. It's a painting of Carey. And I'm trying to get an angle where my light doesn't reflect too much off it. But as you can see, see if I can get it on this side for you guys. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful image from Carey over the years. And, how fitting also that he came back on Good Friday. I mean, Carey is a Christian, as am I, which I know that religion is not something I normally bring up in hockey videos or something people even want to have brought up in hockey videos. But it does mean something to me, and I think that's another personal connection I have with Carey is having that faith, and that's why I guess on the personal side he means that much more to me as a role model because I can relate to that at least for what he's come public about. That he's always got that cross on the back of his helmet, so for him to come back on Good Friday was kind of special, and I think that probably meant something to him too. So, anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Always appreciated, always appreciated. So leave a comment down below, give us your thoughts, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care for now.